Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studio, and with me today is Stephen Schetrom from the United Way and Meghan Bowers from the Humane Society.
Yeah.
Boy, I drew a blank there. Old people, I tell you, they just, I thought it was a hair thing, but I guess that's, we're not going to go there either. All right, so we're here today. We're going to talk about Waggin for Dragons, and of course, we didn't do anything last year.
Right.
No, so if anybody has any inkling at all what this is about, it is a boat race down the Shenandoah River. So it is the coolest thing, and it involves a lot of people in the community. So Meghan, tell us what's planned for this year.
Yeah, so this year we're back to our traditional Waggin for Dragons event that we're doing down at the Front Royal Golf Club. It's the most beautiful setting. You've got the Shenandoah River right there, beautiful cliffs. We set up along the river. We've got food, drinks, and music. And what we're doing is we are doing a boat race, like you said, in traditional Chinese dragon boats that fit 20 people. It's a paddling race. And what's cool is that we have our teams of 20 are put together by community teams, church groups, businesses, friends and families, whatever kind of group you want to put together. And it's a really fun, spirited day of community support. Right. And I'm super excited to have Stephen with the United Way and Nikki Foster from the Chamber of Commerce partnering up with us this year for the event. So those teams that are participating and fundraising for us are supporting all three groups at one time. Right. So it's doing a lot of good for the community, the people, the businesses, the animals. It's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, well, more the more the merrier.
Oh,
so they speak. And it's great because we just need to really involve the community in this thing here, and the community gets something out of it. The people that participate get a trophy. I mean,
if they do well,
if they do well. But it is so cool, and we still have time to register your team. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can register by visiting hswcevents.org and register there, and you'll get to see who else is already registered. We have the Sheriff's Department registered. We have a Legally High team from the High Knob community. We've got a lot of great teams. Rugged Terrain CrossFit has a team. I think they'll be hard to beat.
Well, what's the cutoff date?
We'll take teams up until August 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's teams of 20, and we ask them to do fundraising for us as part of their participation.
Sure.
So we ask each team to try to raise a minimum of $2,000, and again, that's for all three groups. We're splitting that.
Right.
So it's really easy when you consider that's $100 a person.
Right.
And you've got all of our support to help make your fundraiser a success, whatever you decide to do.
Well, think about it, like team building. Organizations.
Sure.
People are looking for experiences. So. And people do like escape rooms these days. They're a huge hit, and they're very fun, and they build camaraderie. They build, you get to know your teammates, like people you work with in the company, get to know them better. So, like for a company to put this together for their organization, I mean, it's a smart thing. They're going to be helping the community, plus helping their own company and giving an experience to their, to their employees. So it's a really great event.
Well, you can't win unless you work together on the team on this particular. It's a fine. It has to be. So I remember talking to Emily from the county clerk, and she was I call her the team leader. But she was the counter, the caller, or what do you call those people?
Well, the drummer. They have a drummer sit at the end that kind of keeps you in time.
Right, and she's yelling at everybody. Stroke. I don't know what she did, but
have you read that book, The Boys in the Boat?
No.
It's about the U.S. Olympic rowing team at World War II, at the Olympics that were held during World War II, and the effect that they had. But it follows one of the individuals. And what he has to learn is the teamwork aspect of it. So he's very strong. I mean, he's very capable himself, but he can't do it himself.
Exactly.
It's not. He won't just win the race because it's a rowing team. So unless he works with the members of it, and that team bonded, like they became so close because you're learning every little thing about your teammates as part of being part of that team, and it's a really great book. But it kind of reminds me of that. It's exactly the same.
Exactly. I think of the old movies, where they had the slaves in there and they were rowing.
Yes.
They learned to work real good because they were whipped into teamwork, but They don't do that on the Waggin for Dragon.
No, we don't. But yeah, he's got a great point, though. It doesn't matter your skill level.
Right.
And we do have you come out and practice before the race.
When is the practice? I mean, so it's like earlier in the morning, they get to practice that one day?
So the event is on the 7th, Saturday, and we start in the morning.
Okay.
But through the week, that week leading up, we do evening practices if any of the teams want to try it out and get in the water. So they'll have an opportunity to be in the boat before they're actually racing.
So it's not like show up one day and all of a sudden you're going to start rowing. So there's some practice. So it's not as scary as I thought it might be. So that's cool.
No, it's not scary at all. It's really fun. It was hard work, to get and do the race and stuff. But after in between races or after your race, you get knocked out or whatever. You're in your area with your team.
Sure.
Some of them do chili cook-offs. Some of them bring music. They bring food. They picnic. They spend the day together. It's so fun.
This is a whole day event.
Oh yeah. It's a whole day event. We have a lot of fun. It's great for your team building, but it's not all work. It's also, you're relaxing with people you like. You're getting to know each other better. It's really a good time.
Well, that's August the 7th.
Yeah.
So even if you're not interested in a team, come on down because there's going to be a lot of activities at the Front Royal Golf Club. That's where the coast goes, or the land goes down gentle. It's got a nice boat. I mean, it's really a nice area. The Shenandoah is one of the best. The only thing that would make it better if it had white sand there.
That'd be nice.
Right.
Yeah,
we think we're on the ocean because it is the calmest part of the river.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And we welcome spectators. Spectators are welcome for free, and they can park over at Walmart, and we've got free shuttles back and forth to the event because there's not a lot of parking there. But it's open to spectators. We'd love to have them cheering on their favorite teams.
Yeah, because we want you to buy all that food and buy all the swag and whatever else is going to be there to help support United Way, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Humane Society. Because it's a lot of things that I know the Humane Society does that people really aren't aware of. And also the United Way. I mean, you hear about the United Way. It's been around forever. But, a lot of your stuff is kind of low-key, so to speak, because you're helping other agencies and other organizations. Let's get a highlight real quick. What's some of your highlights this last year? Because, it's been a little crazy.
Last year was crazy. So we had to do some virtual fundraising.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of organizations did that, which we had did a first-time event. We called it March Money Madness, which ended up being a really, really good event for us. We had low expenses, and people participated because that's one great thing about a community. People realize there's certain things that an organization might not be able to do, during COVID, for instance, like, face-to-face interaction events. And so it was a solid year. I don't think we knocked it out of the park in terms of raising funds, but it was very solid, and we kept our expenses low, which is good. That's running an organization well. And we just did our grant process. So the applications come in, we do interviews, we do all those things, and we were able to increase the amount that we gave, and it was increased over the previous year's increase amount. So we did very well there, and we also increased the number of organizations we gave to, because what people have to see, what you're trying to show people as part of the United Way, you have to increase your influence, because they need to see, because you could have an organization like the United Way that maybe they're relying on past success, or they could be doing any number of things, and they're not really doing the work. I mean, you need to show, and it's every day you need to be working to show people you're actually doing the things, and that you also you're working to improve the organizations. Like, you're working with the organizations in order to have every boat in the community rise. That's what we really want to happen. So it was a very solid year for us. I think this year will be even better, because things are opening up. There's more opportunity, because we couldn't personally visit companies last year. And so I think one good thing it does, it forces you, to become better at the virtual, and social media and other ways of contacting people. It forces you into it, which I think actually is change. It's change. It's like forced change, and it's actually over the long term, it's way better. Sure. You know, there are things you have to do that make you better for the future. So we had to do all those things, but it was we're in very solid shape, and we just elected our new slate of officers. So that was July 1st. So Heather Clatterbuck from United Bank is our new president. Our new vice president is Amanda Kendall, who's also on the Humane Society board. She's a very busy person.
Well, you know, that's it. The busy people get things done.
That's it. It's how it is. It really is. Yeah. If there's someone who they're very that's.
When I think of the United Way, though, I think of the synergy of, you know, more is better, so to speak. You know, it's like more people working on the task.
Yes.
And so it's not just each organization trying to do their own thing. If they all work together, everyone rises. And I think when they say rising tide, you know, rises all boats. Yes. You know, so yes, it works. It works. And the Humane Society has done a lot this year. You've been really busy, even with COVID. You know, you didn't slow down.
No.
And it almost seems like you were busier.
Yes, it feels that way. Yeah.
And you got your clinic going, and you've got...
We're doing 5 big events this year and opening the clinic. Yeah. We're having a busy time, but we're, you know, trying to make sure everything we're doing is for the mission. We've got no shortage of homeless animals. We've just hit 4th of July, so it's stray dog time.
Right.
You know, we still want to find those homes. We want to help the pet owners that, you know, need help. We're still trying to do all those things on top of having fun at our events and things like that. The point of the event, of course, is to help raise money so that we can do this, so we can say yes to an animal that needs a surgery, or make sure our free pet food bank is fully stocked and ready to help people, so that we can make affordable vet care accessible through our clinic.
Right.
So
these organizations, you know, they're not funded by the government, so to speak, and by taxpayers. These are all done by our community efforts and services that people want. If they want them, they can be willing to pay for them, and they are, because they come out and they support these activities, and sometimes they just write you a check without going anywhere. I mean, we want those, but it's always good, too, that people want to get out and help. I notice that people are always, doing that, and there's just like a never-ending supply of need.
Right.
But the community always seems to step up.
And that's exactly right. That's how I think of it. If you go to other counties in the area and you take a look at their animal shelters, you're going to see a huge range of what they do, what they can spend their money on, how they can help the community. And we know, because of the support we get from our community, that you want us to be a place where we don't euthanize for space, we don't euthanize for medical issues, we don't we deal with behavior issues. We train our animals if we can. We overcome those things. We let the medical issues take the time they need to recover. We give them what they need before adoption, because we know that's what the community wants from us. They want our help with that. They don't want to, euthanize for space. That's what they want. They come through for us, which allows us to be the shelter they want us to be.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Well, we hope great success for Waggins for Dragons, and it is a cool event. And if you've never seen it, check out the Royal Examiner. We posted a few pictures from the last events here a couple of days ago, and we'll be sure to have some more. But step out there. It's August the 7th.
Yep.
But the real date is August the 1st. So I know you want to get a team together. You're just thinking about it. Find 20 of your closest friends that you can depend on and whip into shape. Don't you really need 21 to somebody?
With a drummer.
Yeah. So, if you put it together, you can be the drummer. So you could get to pick your choice. But, it's a great thing. It's a lot of fun. And I've talked to Emily a couple of times about it, I know, and she just loves it. She said, I don't think I want to be the drummer again. Everybody's mad at her.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing else like it around here.
It is.
You can't find dragon boat racing locally.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool that we're able to work together and bring them out here to do this for us. Yeah. It's so fun.
It is a lot of fun, and that's what we want. So it's great work. It supports a great mission from the Humane Society, the Chamber of Commerce, and the United Way. And, the United Way and the Chamber, they're supporting other businesses and organizations as well. So this is like reaching lots of people.
Right.
Not just the Humane Society or just the United Way kind of, and the Chamber, are just an organization that has under organizations underneath of them. So it's a lot of people are involved, hundreds and hundreds of people this affects. So we appreciate all the effort you do and what Nikki does, and helps our community make a better place to live and raise our family. It just makes a better community when we all work together.
Yeah.
And it's great.
And thank you for spreading the word.
Well, that's what we're here for. That's what we love doing. Stephen, I appreciate you coming in. Meghan, again, thanks so much, and we will see you on the 7th.
Yes.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.